Okay, y'all. Let's do the intro. Yeah. Hey, what up, y'all? What up, y'all? This your boy LCDAONE, baby. LCDAONE to be exact. That is, you dig, and everything in the game with these wireframes, man. But I want to welcome all those back to this podcast, man. This is episode number 4, man. We're gonna keep it rolling, man, with this podcast show, you dig. And when I get the green screen, it's gonna be even more immaculate than this. Can y'all dig that? With a baseball bat, no football jack, no basketball tough, acting to acting. Hey, as y'all can see from the title of this podcast, man, this is about the young Queen Naija and Chris Sales, okay? Apparently, there's a situation, man, a situation going on, and I think they got it all taken care of, okay? Now, Queen Naija and Chris Sales, if y'all don't know of them, they used to be married, okay? They hailing from Detroit. That's where they coming from. Detroit, Michigan. Now, I've been following these young cats for about 3-4 years now. I've been watching them. And in my opinion, I think they were one of the most powerful super couples in entertainment at that time. And I think if they would have stayed together, they probably would have made it all the way to the top. Okay, we talking about like couples like Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt, even though they're not together no more. We talking about Will Smith and Jada Pinkett. We talking about excuse me. We talking about Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union. I can just go on and on with these power couples, and they would have been one of them. Okay, now you got Bianca Prince and Damian Prince. They sneaking in that category as well, you know, as entertainment and people you sought out and look for as far as entertainment and stuff like that, as couples and they dynamic and stuff, what they doing. Okay, now Queen Naija and Chris Sales, they broke up. I think this was like 2018 or something like that. And that was a tragedy for YouTube. Okay? Because they brought a lot of revenue to YouTube when they was together. I remember when they was in Houston. I remember when Chris Sales was doing videos with Nate's Life and Ashley Ortega. That's when I first caught on to Chris Sales and Queen Naija. And they did a prank on them. It was about him and Chris Sales pranking Ashley Ortega and Queen Naija, asking them did they want to do a threesome or, you know, swap, do some swinging and stuff, swap couples, them swap partners. Okay, and that video was real popular. I don't know if it's still. I think it was on Nate's channel, but you know, they evolved and stuff. And a lot of them videos you can't see no more. But I'm giving y'all some histology about them because I'm not new to this. I've been watching them, their whole rise all the way to the top. And I rock with both of them. I like them, man. They real spiritual. Detroit, Queen Naija, she was in the choir. She was singing and stuff. Chris Sales, also he was singing. Because that's how it used to come on. Their intro used to come on like, how was their intro used to say when they first came on? Wow, that's on the tip of my tongue how their intro used to come on. But it hooked me, man. You know, the intro, it was so simple and smooth, you know, and that's what attracted me to them. And it's like within their videos, I seen their chemistry. They had a lot of charisma and stuff, and you know, they were very entertaining. Then all the people they brought around them, like Chris's brother, Queen Naija's family, she was like really like beefing with her family because you know she's not fully American. She's mixed like Arabian and something like that. But I've been watching them for a long time, and she's a singer, and she used to do security. She had got fired from her security job. All right, and I think she used to work for the same company I work for. But I related to her, you know, in their storyline, you know, on how they started. I seen some of their very first old videos way back in the day. But I think Chris said he just recently removed those videos because he was making a lot of money off that. Because people want to know about people. Okay, it's good to have your old content on your channel, because if you get new people interested in your entertainment, then you know they can follow you better. You know, they can understand, you know, everything, your whole storyline, your life and all that stuff, and what you're doing as far as like the new stuff, new content. So it's good to keep that stuff on your channel. Like Chris, I talked to Chris too. Shout out to Chris Sales for even responding back to me. Oh Jesus, Chris Sales responded back to me. And when he was saying in one video, I can help y'all get more like subscribers and make more revenue, etc., etc. And he was talking about how he helped this little young girl. She was like 12, 13 years old, and she was doing videos with her parents and etc., etc. And he helped them. He helped her, and she ended up making $20,000 a month. So he was like, he was just doing it out of kindness of his heart. That's what I'm saying. He a good dude, you know. And I can relate to what they've been going through, because they bash these young kids, man. And I really support them and I rock with them, you know. And it's like when I seen that, you know, he said like, okay, he said, since I'm doing a good gesture, he said I might as well try to make a profit off of it a little bit. So he's like, man, if y'all send me $500, you know, I could help your channel. I could tell you tips and things like that. So he was like, you got to hurry up and inbox me on Instagram. So I inboxed him on Instagram, and I did a video. I think I still got that video. I posted the screenshot and all that stuff. Chris Sales talked to me and all that stuff. And, you know, I was like, wow, he hit me back. You know, and they down there in Houston, you know, with Jay Prince and them. You know, they around some really good people. It's a good scene down there as far as everything they doing. Music and everything. My cousin, his whole group went down there to Houston, the Drama Ward, and Psychodrama had got signed by Suave House Records. Okay, that's what T Draper, if y'all know about Suave House, and back in the day with all they artists, Crown Boss, it was a lot of them. But they from Memphis, Tennessee. Well, 8 Ball and MJG went down there. They signed to that label, and my cousin, his group, they went down there and signed to that label, and they did a lot of business together. Okay, they did a lot of features and stuff like that. But anyway, man, moving on. I'm saying all this, man, because I've been watching them for a long time, and people get misconstrued. Y'all know my song Misconstrued. This is what I'm talking about. People get misconstrued about the facts, and you know, it can tarnish their image, and you get slandered in the public. It's bad. Now this new situation has arisen. All right, now their kid is involved. Now I've been watching their videos for a long time. Even when they broke up and split up, I could tell that Chris was kind of depressed. He was depressed, for real, because he was new to that. He wasn't ready for that. Okay, he wasn't ready for that separation like that. You know, because he really cared about her and loved her. And he explained his whole story behind how they met and what happened. And she ended up getting pregnant. He really didn't want to. They broke up a couple times, and he didn't want to be with her, and all this and that type of stuff. But you know, he kind of like me. You know, I'm not saying that to say that about my daughter's mother, but he must got good men in his family, a good upbringing, because that's how the men in my family are. We stay with our spouse or whatever, you know, through thick and thin until it just don't work. And I want to be there for my child, you know, and et cetera, et cetera. So that's what he was saying in one of his latest videos, you know, about that situation. You know, even though he wasn't feeling her, he wanted to still make a family with her, and you know, and be there for his son, so his son can see that. You know, at least he did try to, you know, stay with his mother and, you know, make it a family thing, and et cetera, et cetera. So now, check this out. Now they have an issue because Chris Sales said got into a situation where he went to jail. This ain't the first time this happened. First time it happened, they faked like they was police officers. That video was funny as hell. They was act like they was undercover detectives and stuff, and they was pulling up behind people. They had the weller lights and all that stuff, and they would pull up behind people and stuff, and they would, make them get out their cars and stuff. Somebody seen that video, and they tricked on them. Okay, it was just all entertainment, but the severity of it, even they was pranking people. It was a prank. They was letting people know in the video they was pranking them and stuff like that. It was cool, but like he was saying in his latest video about this new situation, somebody be hating on them, and because they making a lot of money. They popular. They got fan bases. People love them, man, and they so young. Like him, DDG, all they young, man. They excel so fast on YouTube, and they came with their new ideas, innovative YouTube. And that's why I'm doing this, because of them. I was doing music on here. Y'all hear my stuff in the background? That's all I was doing on YouTube until I seen Damon Bianca and all them, Cash Nasty. Shout out to Cash Nasty and Damon Bianca. And that man inspired me, and I changed my whole format, for YouTube, because I went to school for this stuff. I went to school for broadcast and journalism, but they taught me how to write movies, screenplays, edit for TV, radio. Then I started doing my music on my own. They taught me how to edit for movies and all that stuff. So yeah, I was like, man, I started my production company. I'm in production, international known what? Locally respected, baby. Okay, now listen. They got into a situation. Chris Hill got into a situation, and he ended up going to jail for something. Okay, now I got the video. I got both of their videos, Queen Naija and Chris Hill. We're gonna get bits and pieces of what they talking about in their video, because y'all know I can't play all this stuff because they be on some copyright issues. But I know Chris Hill and they cool, so they gonna let the OG big homie ride with this. Okay, all right, listen. Now he went to jail, and around this time his son CJ was visiting, okay, because he's with his mother now, but they co-parenting, and his mama is in Atlanta. She has a new hubby. That's Clarence from NYC. Shout out to Clarence. I rock with you, cuz. He got a clothing line store. He was doing it big before YouTube, music, all that. Him and Mod the God. I watch all y'all, man. Y'all, I'm one of y'all biggest fans, supporters. So rock with me back. But listen, they in Atlanta. Queen Naija career took off. Chris Sales, he got a good following, his music and stuff. Got that song, Everybody Hates Chris. I feel that, man. That was cold when you came with that, boy. Keep it going. And it's like both parties are successful. Okay. Queen Naija started a new family and she doing well. He support her. Chris Sales support her new lifestyle, her new family and stuff. And they cool. Okay, they ain't got no issues. But now this has raised the eyebrow with Queen Naija. Now she kind of undecided about her son being around Chris, because his lifestyle and all the stuff he doing. He's single and he don't really have a girlfriend or like a real what you call that. He not really stable with somebody and stuff, and it's like a lot of women be in and out his life so much. Since they split up. And now she's starting to get the ifs and wondering and stuff like, man, is this a good thing to have my son around him like that now? But he's a man though, and he grooming his son to be a man. Only a man could do that. And even Clarence is not his father. He's a father figure that's gonna be in the picture. So when I watch both, they both mindsets is the same. But it's like, she kind of wondering, about his safety, and he gonna be cool. He's safe with his father, But in that situation, something happened, while he was down there visiting, and Chris, went to jail. Somebody called the police on him again because he been going through this for a while. All right, they keep calling the police on the young player, and he trying to figure out what's the issue, what's going on. Maybe it's somebody from his past. They really hating on him. I can relate to all that. I went to jail three times, and I haven't done anything, but I had a lawyer, and he did. I know he got the same thing, you know. And it's like I don't be doing anything wrong. I admit to all my faults and my wrongs and stuff, but it's like that's what be happening. People, that's what it is. When you start being successful, that breeds envy. Okay, especially with people in the past and things you have done. Even though you changed your life, people hold on to that stuff, man, and they view you like that. You know, no matter how successful you be, you still wrong to them in their eyes for anything you have done. You know, you changed your life and all this and that. That's how it is. You know, but he went to jail and somebody called the CPS on top of him going to jail. See, that was a double whammy. See, they was really trying to mess his life up for real. On top of him going to jail, they set this whole thing up. He ended up going to jail, right? Then somebody called the CPS on him while his son was visiting. Okay? And he was like, damn, you know, he didn't even know. Now his son was in custody. He had good people around him. Now I know his brother and stuff, he be down there. You know, Josh be down there with him. His friends be down there with him. I know all of them. And one of his friends, I guess female friends, was in around the situation, and she had the child at her house when they was coming to Chris' house looking for him. He must have knew that this was going to happen because somebody was really been hating on him because he went to jail. So this is where Queen Naija coming to the picture, and this is where I'm going to let y'all hear some of this from Queen Naija. She going to give y'all the spoken word on what happened, or what she found out when she heard that her son was in jail. And she was just, well, not her son, but Chris was in jail. And she was just worried about his safety because this pandemic going on, this coronavirus. And Chris he got a certain time limit he's supposed to have with his child and visitation and stuff like that. They co-parenting and they cool. They don't got no court stuff set up. All right. So she was just worried, like, man, should we just fly him back because it may be a while before they start letting people travel because they were shutting everything down. Now I understand where she coming from. You know, and she didn't want him traveling like that by himself alone and all this stuff going on, you know. But he was like, that ain't fair because I was supposed to have a certain amount of time with my kid, and then I got my parents coming, they flying in and stuff, and etc. etc. So she was like, okay, she real understand, they cool, you know, they got a good relationship, you know, they communicating, you know, even though they're not together, that's a good thing. And they, without getting the courts involved, do not get the courts involved, man. I'm letting both of y'all know that. Me and my daughter mother, we cool as hell. My daughter 21, but don't do that. She said she would never file child support on me, and she a good person, you know, because she know where we at. We in Chicago. It's rough here, man. All they do is sentence us and put us to death, man. You know, I'm just keeping it 100. I didn't see my uncles, all of them, but they good men. We work hard. So if you work, that's the whole point. If you providing, you taking care of your situation, then you ain't got nothing to worry about. Fellas out there listening to this or watching this, this is a message from a real mentor, elder, whatever y'all want to call me, the big homie OG. You know, just take care of your business and you'll be straight. Now, but listen, she was concerned because that's what was going on. She was like, wow, you know, my son down here, I don't want him around these strange people. His father just went to jail. So I can understand where she comes from as a mother. She really concerned about his well-being. And she couldn't talk to Chris because he was in jail. So she trying to find this person that has her child. And that's what we finna come in right now. So we finna go right to that video. You did. We finna stop the music and stuff like that, man. We finna get a little small piece of excerpt of Queen Naija talking about this situation. And I only decide to do these type of videos, man, because it makes sense like a mother sucker. I see everybody doing tea and they dropping their spills on it and stuff like that. And they not giving y'all the whole scoop because a lot of these people, they just pick up on them late. I've been watching them for 4 years. All of them. I bought like 30 of them, like every day. And that's what inspired me. So you got to get a brute truth about stuff, man, because a lot of people not true. Now, what they call it, they're not genuine, you know. They don't rock with you like that. There's a lot of people that's, you know, going off their success and fame, you know, just that's called clout. I'm not clout chasing because y'all know I don't do these type of videos. I'm a what basketball player. You know what I'm saying? Rapper for real. OG in Chi-Town. You know, but we finna go to Queen Naija, and we finna listen to her a little bit. You know, we gonna let all the stuff roll in. Okay, she right there. Shout out to Queen Naija. I've been in her Instagram lives a lot. You know, I think she said one thing back to me, but I know all of them. I talk to all of them all the time. You know, I be in their Instagrams and all that stuff, and whatever they doing, man, I rock with these young kids and stuff, man. You know, 'cause it's all entertainment. It's like, you know, it makes sense. Damian Cryer, he the big homie right now for the whole group, for all of us, and you know, I want to work with all of them one day, somehow. I'm gonna get in here. You did, but here, let's listen to Queen Line a little bit.
Of this video title, you already know what I'm about to talk about, so I'm gonna get
Yeah.
right into the video and just tell my
Go ahead, little sister.
story, because I've honestly turned this camera off too many times with all these different intros and stuff like that. I'm gonna just get straight to the point.
That's their clothing line, baby girl.
What
I think.
happened with CJ? All right. Everybody else have their own theories. Everybody's making videos about what they think happened, but you guys are going to hear it from my mouth what actually happened. That day was a very confusing day for me, and I think that any other parent in my situation would have done the same before, you know, all of this happened. First, let's just start out by saying this. We celebrated CJ's birthday, all right? After that, I knew that I was going to send CJ to Houston to see his dad, because he had been asking to see his dad, and it had been a couple months already. So we had already had plans for CJ to go to Houston. At the same time, I knew I was going to LA to finish my album, and my initial plans were to, you know, get CJ back. As soon as I got back home, he could go back to school, and he also had like some dentist appointments or whatever. So that.
Okay, so y'all seeing her concerns because, you know, she's a businesswoman, and she take care of her business. She recording, she doing the same thing. You know, both of them doing the same thing. I applaud both of them. These young people, man, 'cause they doing some constructive stuff. They got their own business and stuff. She was like, yeah, you know, this is before all this stuff broke out, okay, and stuff like that with this, you know, this pandemic stuff. So let's get back to what she's saying.
That was my initial plans. Basically, CJ went over there for a couple of weeks, and I was going to come back, and CJ was going to come back. But a lot had changed. As you guys know, this whole pandemic
Right.
with this virus is going on, and it kind of broke out like right in the middle of me going back to Atlanta, back home.
Right.
I was panicking because I didn't know what was going to happen. I thought everything was going to get shut down, including the airlines. So I called Chris, and I was just like, is there any way you can send CJ back, or we can get CJ back to Atlanta before this stuff gets more crazy, because I feel like they're going to shut down the airlines.
Okay. Now, she said that, right? You know, y'all heard what she said. And that was her concern, man, because this stuff just started compounding itself, like, as the weeks went along, you know, and it was, like, undecisive if they was going to start shutting down the country and all this and that. It was iffy because in certain places, you know, it was happening, you know, it was more prevalent with the disease, you know, and her spouse now, he from New York and stuff like that, and, you know, it's just like, they didn't want to get stranded and trapped in the situation. That's why she went back to the crib. Well, she had changed her whole plans, and she went home, and she just wanted her son to be there too, because this stuff was going down. So we finna speed up a little bit in the video. We finna just go like 3 minutes we can.
Things that he wasn't supposed to be exposed to, and that it was on video and people could clearly see it, but I'm not going to go into that. But anyway, she said that she called me because she was concerned. They were saying that CJ wasn't there.
Okay.
Right?
Now she was looking for the baby.
He's not here anyway, so you can't see him. But at the same time, I guess some police had showed up to the door as well, separate from her, and they was about to arrest him. So then now she's thinking, okay, so the child is not in the father's care right now, and the father is about to get locked up. So let me call the mom. By the way, y'all wondering.
Now she's talking about the girl Tiffany. This girl named Tiffany.
My number, but this hadn't been the only call, you know, from CPS by CJ being over there. Like, this has happened more than once, more than twice. So then I got all scared because one, the CPS.
I also told the lady I was getting him soon.
His dad is getting locked up, and I don't know where CJ is. So my first thought was to call Chris's mom, because Chris's mom had just visited over there, and I was Oh wait, I forgot to tell you. The lady also told me, yeah, I'm thirsty. Okay, hold on 1 second, all right? I forgot to tell you guys that the lady also told me that Chris told her before he got arrested that CJ wasn't there and he was with his friend named Tiffany. All right, the CPS lady had told me that CJ was with somebody by the name of Tiffany. All right, boom. I called Chris's mom. I tell her what happened. I asked her, does she know who Tiffany is? She said that she has met someone named Tiffany, and she went over there. So I asked.
Okay, so now she's trying to figure out who is this girl named this mystery girl named Tiffany. Okay, she called Chris Sale's mother, and she was trying to get the 411. Like, who is this girl named Tiffany? Because my son is over there, and your son is locked up in jail. And I'm concerned because I'm supposed to be getting him back soon. And I want to know what's going on. Okay, with the situation, we gonna speed up just a little bit more because she got an 18-minute video.
So when I hung up the phone, I called Chris's mom back. I asked her, did she get any more information? And she was just like, she tried to call
Dwayne, Chris's brother, who lives with Chris. I told you his brother.
Me because that's her son. I would think that he would answer for his mom, even if he don't answer for me or anyone else. So I was like, okay, what didn't happen and where's CJ now? So she hung up with me the second time. She gave me Nettie's number. Finally, she had texted me Nettie's number, and I called Nettie, and I was asking her about who Tiffany was. And I guess Nettie had already talked to Dwayne herself.
Oh, okay.
She said, Dwayne said that CJ's not there, but I think he's there. But she felt like CJ was there. I don't know why she felt like CJ was there, but then that made me think, okay, I think CJ's there too then. What if somebody's hiding something? I don't know why they would hide CJ being there from me, or I don't know if they was doing it for purposes so the CPS worker wouldn't come back and look for CJ again.
Right. So the CPS worker had came to the house and et cetera, and Dwayne, Chris Sale's brother, I guess he was there, and I guess the other girl, Tiffany, she was there also, or I was coughing. Tiffany, Dwayne probably took the girl probably was there with Dwayne. I'm just hypothetically thinking, and CPS came out and they was looking for the baby, but she probably took the baby and escaped and went to her crib. Okay, let's speed up a little bit close to the end.
I called that number. He said, this is Tiffany's number. CJ is with Tiffany. So I tried to call the number multiple times. I get no answer. So I'm like, okay, somebody's playing with me. Because, yeah, this just don't seem right. Then I get a phone call from Dwayne's number. And
that's Chris' brother.
The phone, but instead, it's like Chris from jail along with Chris's friend. And Chris is telling me CJ's not at the house, Queen. He's with Tiffany. And I'm just like, well, then who is Tiffany then? And he's like, it's a friend that I knew for 5 years.
Wow. Somebody really hating on them.
I never heard of a Tiffany. 5 years ago was 2015, you guys. So I never heard of a Tiffany back in 2015. And I just feel like anybody that has my son, that's going to have my son if you're not there, I should know who they are, just in case anything happens. But yeah, he was just like, Tiffany had them. I was like, okay.
Okay, so we heard a little bit from her side about what she, her concerns was about the baby being, with this mysterious girl named Tiffany. Okay, and that was her big concern. She was like, what's going on? And I'm supposed to be getting him back in a short period of time, and now Chris went to jail. And now the CPS is involved. Like, oh my Lord Jesus, this can mess around and get bad, and they could take her child into custody, and it could be a big disaster. It could have been a big disaster for both of them, for their YouTube careers, everything. Okay, so it's like I feel where she was coming from. So I got Chris Sales. We got to hurry up and wrap this video up. I got Chris Sales as well. I got his spill on it. Okay, and he's letting people know what the situation was. Now his video is a little bit shorter. Now I seen a few new videos that he did, because this is not him. He changed this, changing the narrative for his channel. Okay, like I said, y'all like Chris Sales. I rock with him hard. He was dating that young girl from the Damon Wayne show. What did he call it show? I take every episode of him and the Bernie Mac show back then in the day. Okay, but the little baby girl that was on that show, she grew up and then he was dating her. They worked pretty well. They had good chemistry and stuff like that. But he got into an altercation with her, and they said he beat her up, and they had pictures of him, a black eye on in there, but all that stuff wasn't true. Okay, people do malicious stuff out here to tarnish your character in public. Okay, social media is a monster. It's bad. If you, I'm just at this low level, and I've been going through my little stuff, but it's bad. People can mess your life up. This social media stuff, like R. Kelly, that he said without this social media, he probably won't be in this predicament now. And he said that's what he was telling Gayle King when he was on her show. So we finna go right to Chris Sales video, and we finna listen to the young brother, because I like Chris Sales. I rock with him. And he was talking about, man, I'm finna start getting back in church. He advised Queen Naija to get back in church and stuff, because I don't want to just say nothing negative, okay? Because they started off, they was married, okay? I'm just saying to Queen Naija and Clarence, if y'all gonna make this really official, y'all family, the royal family, let's say family channel, go ahead and get married, man. If you officially separated or divorced from Chris Sales, go ahead and make it official, man. Go ahead and get married and stuff. And it'll make sense like a mother sucker. Y'all don't want to be shacking up. My old man told me that was my problem. I was feeling my daughter mother for 14 years, and we were just shacking up. He always been married. All my uncles and aunties been married. So if you're gonna do it the right way. Listen to what I'm saying. Because that's my next move. Make your next move your best move. Okay, let's get right into Chris Sales, young Chris Sales. We going right to his video. Okay. We gotta mute all that, because this copyright and all that stuff coming in. Okay, with his song. I rock with the song, but I ain't trying to get none of that jack on Jesus, Mother Oil Christ. So we gonna wait till it come right into Chris. I think he like in a car or something and stuff. That's little CJ right there. Young player right there, development. You dig what I'm talking about, man? They down there in Houston doing it big. You dig what I'm talking about, and everything in the game with these wireframes, okay? But that's just the intro right there, stuff like that. Let's speed up a little past that. Get right into it. Okay. Now we finna go to his video, and we finna listen to what Chris Sales got to say about this whole incident. Just a few minutes, and then we got like last night's newspaper on Jesus, Mother O.F. Christ. Okay, so let's listen to what Chris Sales got to say about this, man. This situation, this ordeal, because this really could have been bad. It really could have been bad. Now CPS is really involved now, and they probably investigating. So he gotta be real careful with everything you do, man. Listen to what I'm saying.
Nothing happened that day that they came and picked me up. Because I know everybody think that something happened that day. I got into a fight with somebody, or they said a lot of people was thinking that something happened.
Speculation.
But come to find out, 2 police came to my house, at my door and whatnot. They said I had a warrant for assault. And I asked them, who was it on? Like, who was it? Like, who was an assault on?
So y'all heard that now. That's the reason why the police came looking for him, because they said he had a warrant for an assault. Ain't that malicious? Now he been going through all this stuff, and now all of a sudden it's a warrant out for his arrest. He didn't even know it, and he assaulted somebody. Let's see what he got to say about it.
Was it on? And they said, we don't know. We don't have that information. And I said, how don't you guys have that information? Anytime somebody press charges on somebody, it should be in a file. You know what I'm saying? And when you come pick somebody up, or if you issue them out a warrant for their arrest and you come get them, then that information should be presented to the person that you're coming to pick up. So as I asked him like, what is going on? You know, what information are you guys? You know, I'm just asking like, who is it? Like, I don't know. Like, I haven't got into no fight, none of that.
Okay, now he's saying that. Now I'm gonna tell y'all what happened to me one day. I got off work. Okay, I had just got off work around 9, 10 o'clock at night. Do my normal routine, long day at work. Come to the crib. I'm in the crib chilling. You know, get myself ready. I wasn't here no longer than 10 minutes. Get knock at the door. I'm trying to figure out, man, who knocking at the door? This time of night, nobody. I really know, socialize with all the people in my building like that, But I was cool with a couple of people, okay, new people that moved on my side of the build, on this building I stay in, and the police was at the front door. It was a black dude and a black woman, female cop, and I was like, yeah, what's going on? They was like, can you step outside in the hallway, please? I was like, what's going on, man? And the man said he just turned me around and put the handcuffs on me. I'm like, what the hell? And he was like, you got ID? I'm like, yeah, my ID. I just got off work, man. My ID of is such it's in, in my wallet on the table. So he came in the crib and stuff like that. Now that's what I'm saying. This is all illegal. He asked me to step out, and my daughter mother at that time told me you should just stayed inside the apartment and just lock the door. But that right there, giving them more probable cause, or they could have issued a warrant out for me if somebody pressed some charges or said something or made a report or something on me. So I just always cooperate with the police. Okay, same thing he doing, because he going through it now. He young. I've been through this, and I'm like 49. It's like, man, I was wondering like, what the hell going on? I don't do anything. Okay, so he got my information, and they got my car. They took me down to the squad car. It was like a police truck car. Put me in the car. All right. His partner, female partner, inside the building, talking to somebody. I'm like, man, what's going on? I just got off work, man. He was like, hold on, I'm gonna let you know in a minute, and stuff like that. He ran the report up and stuff, and then he went into the building, and I could be playing my music around this time. Hold on. You know what I'm saying? At least give y'all a soundtrack while I'm giving my story to tell. Okay? Now, he went back into the building, and then he came back outside, started finishing his report, asked me more questions and stuff like that. And then I was like, man, what's going on? I'm like, he's like, well, one of your neighbors filed a complaint against you for a lewd act. I was like, a lewd act? I didn't know what the hell that was. I was like, what's a lewd act? He was like, being indecent in public. I was like, huh? And I was thinking like, damn. I was really thinking like, what the hell is going on? I just started recollecting all the stuff that I had done over here and stuff that had happened, prior to this incident. And I was just trying to figure out like, what the hell is going on, man? Because I don't do anything. A couple times I opened the door like, like a common person came and I was just getting out the tub. They knocking on the door, ringing my doorbell. I wrapped the towel around myself and all that. I was just thinking about all the stuff that I possibly could have did, that probably was indecent. I'm just opening my door, but I wasn't showing nothing or nothing like that. I done had females knock on my door. They was neighbors and stuff, friends visiting, and they was scantily clad and all that, asking could they borrow stuff and all that. But I was like, damn. So once he told me it was on the first floor, a person on the first floor reported it and stuff like that. And then they came out and told me that, the little girl had said I was indecent in her crib or some shit like that. When I got to the actual station, I was like, huh? So I had to think about what happened. I was like, oh wow. I remember that one day I came home after doing work overtime, like 2 o'clock in the morning. The neighbors always pressing my door, and I know the lady on the first floor that used to be here. She was an older lady. I used to kick it with her sometimes. She pressing the doorbell and shit, right? And stuff. And I'm like, why the hell she pressing my doorbell at 2 o'clock in the morning? She got keys to her own crib. Alright, and so me being neighbor, I buzzed the door like they all still press my doorbell and they got keys to their own shit. Okay, so I press the doorbell, buzzing them in. So we got a security gate, you got to get in. It's locked, 2 of them, and you got to press the buzzer so you can get in. So I buzzed them in and stuff, and then me being her friend, she older than me, like in her 50s and stuff. And I go down there and I'm halfway down the stairs with my security coat on and stuff, like, y'all okay? What's going on and stuff? She was like, and she bamming on the door. I'm talking about kicking loud on her own crib. And she supposed to have keys to her apartment, right? and she got her little daughter with her. She was like 12, 13, something like that, right? And I got my old pajamas on and stuff, and it's like I got a drawstring on there, and it pulled out, and it's, you know, I gotta wrap it around myself and tie it up to keep my britches up, and it's like I don't be having nothing on up under. I have my little sweater top and my little shirt, and then, you know, nothing in, you know, no boxes or nothing, because I be hot in this crib, you know, and that I sleep like that. Those my pajamas, my rags and stuff like that. But I go halfway down the stairs, all my stuff intact, you can't see nothing. I asked them what's going on. She bamming and kicking on the door, 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm talking about like she the police and stuff like that. And she's like, I can't get in. I was like, oh wow, you know. I was like, and then her little door was like, my window is open, the back window and stuff by my room. They on the first floor, and we got a backyard and stuff. She was like, I can climb through the window. And I was like, okay, I can help you. You know, you can come through my crib. We can go through the back door, and we go down. So me and her little daughter went downstairs and stuff, and we was in the backyard. I pushed her up to get in her window, and she was able to get inside and stuff, because she was saying her son was in there knocked out sleep. But you supposed to have keys to your crib. Like I'm saying, this is set up like I was telling y'all. You know, because you do be successful, people be envy of you, right? And this is my neighbor. You know, and I've been helping her a lot. Used to buy groceries and shit, and seeing, you know, it's like I used to come home and see her in the window with her just naked. You know, I wouldn't look. I'm getting off work, and she'd be in the front window with her titties out, and I'm like, what the hell? You know, stuff like that. But I did kick it with her a few times. Oh, geez, I'm telling y'all the truth. The truth will set you free. But that was it. She was older than me, and she used to drop Jews on me and stuff, mentor. Okay? But, when I had let her daughter in and stuff, she went back and opened the door for her mama. Her mama had said, yeah, my mama was like, do you got any something to drink, like pop or something? I was like, yeah, I got some pop upstairs and stuff. And she was like, can you bring it down and stuff? I was like, okay, all right, bring it down. So I brought her the pop down, and her mother asked me for money and stuff, and sometimes if I have it, I give it to her. Okay, so her little daughter opened the door. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Her daughter got to go to school, and she said her son up in there in the room knocked out. Now there was some other stuff going on. Now I don't want to tell y'all their whole business, but it was like that over here. It's like she let them people in her crib, them bad people, and they took over her crib basically. Okay, so I gave her the pop, and she was like, you got any money? I was like, I ain't got no money on me. I only got $5. And she was like, I'm like, it's upstairs, I'll go get it. And she was like, yeah, okay, go get the $5 or something. I came, got the $5. Her daughter opened the door again, and I was like, where your mama at? She was like, just step inside. And then her mother was in the room and stuff, and I'm talking about, I don't even want to get into details about the situation in her crib. It was like that. But anyway, I was just trying to help out. So I gave her the $5 that she asked for. Okay. I went into her room and stuff, and I seen how I was looking. I was like, this ain't my type of scene. I ain't finna kick it with her no more like that, because it seemed like something else was going on in that crib. So I was hurrying up to get the hell up out of there. So I had to use it though. Before I left, I was like, yeah, I used washroom real quick and stuff like that, because I couldn't hold it, man. And I went to the bathroom and stuff, and I used it. And then I came out, and I had seen how her daughter was looking so sad and stuff. Like, you know, she young, 12, 13. I'm like, damn, you know, I felt bad for her and stuff. And I had my business card right over there. And I gave her my business card. I was like, you know, if y'all ever need help again, because I see her mama mentally wasn't there right now. It was something going on. So I got a daughter, okay? So I was looking out for her well-being, like Queen Naija was saying. So I gave her my card. I was like, if anything happened, just hit me up. You know, if you need help or anything like that, just hit me up, okay? Being a good neighbor and all that. Mentor stuff and all that, looking out for kids and all that, okay? So I told her, I'm gone. I'm finna go upstairs. I got to go to work next morning. I got to be up at 5 o'clock, all right? It's 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, okay? So I get the next day, like after that day, and then a Friday. It was a Friday. I'll never forget it. You know, I did an event and stuff like that. Came to the crib, like this is all set up, planned. I came to the crib. The police knock on my door, and they tell me they took me in because of a lewd act. And I was fully clothed, had my big security coat on, all that, and I was just helping out a neighbor. I was in shock. I went to the holding cell and all that stuff, and I was just up in there like, I can't believe this shit. I just kept asking the dude, like, man, when y'all gonna let me out? I gotta go to work, man. Because I had been through this 2 times prior. Over here in this neighborhood, I got a lawyer every time something happened. That's why I'm really trying. That's why I need y'all help, man. I've been trying to get out of here. I've been on work 2 months. Now I'm on my last paycheck, my vacation time. I was gonna save that, to do this stuff right here. Then I just put my unemployment certified from unemployment. I'm still waiting on my stimulus check. When I'm gonna get my damn check, man? I need my bread. Okay. But anyway, man. Long story short, I paid a lawyer. I got a female lawyer. Her name is Linda White. Shout out to Linda White. We went to both of the trials or whatever. It was speedy stuff. It was out there at 111 right here in Chicago, and I didn't do nothing wrong. And they didn't show up because they knew who she was, and the police, and they knew how she was getting down. She had another crib, and she was on. It was some other stuff going on. I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to spill no tea about that. But I don't know who watched my video, but they never showed up. I went 2 times, retained my lawyer and stuff, and it was it. And they just dropped everything, and that was it. And then a week after that, her mama opened the door when I was coming in from work. And then she kind of like little tapped me like, "What's up?" and stuff like that. I'm looking at her like sideways, like, "Yeah, what's going on?" Because they're the ones that call the police on me and stuff and all this and that. And then I was like, "Man," she said, "that was my daughter that did that." And I was like, "Huh?" And I was just in shock, like, wow. And we still cool after that. Yeah, but that's a story to tell. But now let's get back to Chris Sale, a little bit of his video, and we out of here because man, this is. I can feel what he going through, cause she not going through anything. He always going through it. Now I see why he made the song. Everybody hates Chris. He just trying to get his life right, like how her life is, right? She bounced back. That's all he trying to do. I've been rocking with him for a long, and he been going through it, and I can relate to him because I went through it, and I'm still going through it right now. I don't understand this whole coronavirus stuff right now. I don't got no money left. And they won't give me none. Let's get back to the video.
And yeah, so I don't know. I don't even know what that's about.
He in disarray right now.
I don't know. That could be something really old.
Yeah, see?
Coming up.
Right.
But they just not putting a warrant out. I just honestly don't know. So, I guess
he shook now. He like, what the hell? Who was the person that filed the complaint? That's what he tried. He said it should be in your file. See?
And I think that you have to be the most miserable person to call child protective services on anybody. Anybody that want to see somebody kid get taken away from them is just miserable. Like, why do you want any child to get taken away from them? Like, you have to be going through something. You have to be hurt. You have to be. I just don't know. If you want somebody kid taken away from them, you have serious problems. You need real serious help.
Yep.
I don't know who called, who did it, but a lot of stuff on there was just BS. It was just.
Okay, we're gonna speed it up a little bit. Y'all see what I'm saying? It's like once you get successful, he just trying to get his life back right. Queen Naija moved on, and he been going through it. Like he had date like women and stuff. They be spazzing out on him and stuff. And like the girl that was from that show, that little My Wife and Kids with the Damon Wayans. She said he beat her up. Yeah, people was putting pictures up with black eyed. I'm like, damn. They was really trying to tell he went to jail like 2 or 3 times. But just doing a video, and then it's like he just been going through it, man. And I can relate to the young player.
He's the bad guy. When they're the ones that was talking and doing all of this and saying all of this, and then if I'm defending myself and feel threatened for my life, then if I was to do anything, then Chris is the bad guy. And it's like they get me right where they want me. As soon as I do something, it's just like, oh look, told y'all. They'll poke at you.
Yep.
They'll just be poking at you. And as soon as you scream and say stop, oh my God, look, he really is like that. People are really like off. Like I'm telling you, like it's so sad, bro. It's really sad. Like it's really, really sad to be honest. And at this point, I just don't even know what to do anymore. At this point, I just don't know what to do. It just makes me want to just stop talking to everybody.
That's how I felt. I isolated myself, stopped going out, stopped doing stuff, because I was like, what the hell going on?
Years and years. And people are just so evil, just so cruel.
That's why I made the evil eye.
I hope you guys don't have hatred in your heart. I hope y'all don't. How? Just please, somebody tell me, how can you dislike a person you never met or hate a person you've never seen before? I could never just dislike somebody I never met. I just can't do it.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to end that on that note. If y'all want to see the rest of Queen Naija's and Chris's videos about this situation, y'all can go to their channel and stuff like that. You know, Chris Sales and then Queen Naija, and y'all can see these are like the latest 2 videos. Now he posted one after this one, and she did too. So, you know, y'all can get the 411 about the whole rest of the incidents and they, you know, statements afterwards and stuff like that. But we finna wrap this podcast up, man. I want to thank all those that tuned in to LCDAONE, baby. LCDAONE on what? YouTube. You didn't want to talk about, man, for real, spit up and down everything in the game, man. This is the 4th episode of my podcast up, man. And I thank all those for watching, man. And make sure y'all like the video, share the video. I was japping right there. That was the first episode. And y'all can watch the 1, 2, 3 podcasts and stuff like that. I got the playlist, and show your boy some love. And YouTube, stop messing with my live. Every time I go live, that's why I'm doing a video now. Like the Tank Squad. Shout out to the Tank Squad, because I piggyback off of your video and stuff like that, man, for this video and stuff. But you know, I know a lot about them, man. I know a whole lot about Chris Sales and Queen Naija, and this ain't just by happenstance and, you know, by choice and stuff. I've been rocking with them ever since they started. A bunch of them. It's a whole bunch, and they young, man. It's like you got to support the young people, man. I support 4 streamers, about to have 1 more. Shout out to my Pretty Karma 91. Go subscribe to her channel, PRETTYCRMEL 91. Pretty Karma 91. Pretty Karma 91. You know, y'all go check out her YouTube and stuff like that, man. She a great singer, like another Queen Naija, you know, that been, you know, going through changes and stuff, man. So I support all Chi-Town and stuff, because that's what I'm about. Chi-Town to the fullest. Get your guns and your bullets, because we'll get your, y'all know what I be saying, but I'm gonna get up out of here, man. This your boy LCDAONE, be exact, that is, aka Illmatic124, and not the motherfucking gang number. I'ma holler at y'all later. Church, my manager, Miss Wilson, is texting me. Shout out to Miss Wilson, I love you, girl. I'ma holler at y'all later. We out. Yeah. Hey, man, I'm just gonna keep it 100 with y'all, man. That's for all y'all niggas out there, man. They're saying I ain't the OG, the original. Hey, man, you's a duplicate. You's a duplicate. You's a dude, nigga. You's a duplicate, nigga. You's a duplicate. You's a dude, nigga. I'm the original motherfucking OG, nigga. Yeah, don't forget to get your custom t-shirts, you dig what I'm talking about, from LCDAONE. You see the custom prints all over the shirt, you dig what I'm talking about. We ain't playing no game. The custom sweater, you dig what I'm talking about. Yeah, with the back end print on the same. I got the t-shirts as well. You dig, unisex, long sleeve. You dig, now we got the full zip up. You dig what I'm talking about. Stood up with the hood on it. Stood up with the back print as well. You dig what I'm talking about. We ain't playing no game. And then I got the full zip up, custom with the pockets on it and stuff. You dig what I'm talking about. Back print and sleeve and print. You dig what I'm talking about. Prints everywhere. Then I got the yoga pants. You dig what I'm talking about. Joggers. You dig what I'm talking about, for men. And I got the crop new t-shirts for the ladies. You dig what I'm talking about. Look at that. She look comfortable in it. Then I got the sports bra. You dig what I'm talking about. Get the sports bra. You dig what I'm talking about. The back print. You dig what I'm talking about. The back print. You dig what I'm talking about. We ain't playing no game. And then I got the yoga pants for the ladies. You dig what I'm talking about.
biker booty shorts, you dig what I'm talking about, so that that piece can round out, you dig what I'm talking about. Then I got the yoga leggings, you dig what I'm talking about, lace, so when she jogging and everything, and I got the capris right there with the custom LC right between the thighs, you dig, and I got the custom socks, you dig what I'm talking about. You ain't gonna find no more socks like that nowhere on the planet. And then last but not least, I got the LCDAONE jersey, you dig what I'm talking about. Then I got the back print on there, look at that back print, look good. Then I got the Illmatic one, my street ball jersey with the 2-4 on it. And then I got the little sleeve pull-up bag right there for the ladies, you dig on drawstring back. And then I got the real backpack, you know what I'm talking about, LCDAONE. Look at the back, look at the front, you dig, look at the top, you dig what I'm talking about. Everything is looking good, you dig what I'm talking about, in LCDAONE's neighborhood. And then I got the X-Star iPhone 10 case, you dig what I'm talking about. And then I got the iPhone 6 case, 7, 8, 9, just order what you want. And then I got the custom print, you dig what I'm talking about, LCDAONE, baby. And then I got the custom mug, and when you want to get drunk and drink and stuff, to my stream. And then I got the snuggle pillow when you want to get snuggle with your lady, yeah.